Indiana Jones is on the quest of a lifetime.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Well, Brothers Collectibles here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. So I just want to take a few minutes to take a look at everything that's kind of left over in the Indiana Jones collection, some things that I've never really talked about before. So grab a snack and let's begin. So kind of an obscure one to start off with. This is actually the Indiana Jones Handbook, The Complete Adventurer's Guide. This was made when Kingdom of the Crystal Skull came out. Sort of like a tie-in, merchandise tie-in, and it's literally like how to be Indiana Jones, so like a step-by-step guide of like adventuring and everything like that, and it's for entertainment purposes only, of course, but it is quite an amusing find, really. You know, how to plan an expedition, how to use a bullwhip, how to run on top of a moving train, how to cross a rope bridge, and it's just a really fun thing, you know, collectible to read. You know, I used to read this all the time as a kid, and back to front, you know, read it all, like how to be Indiana Jones. It's an obscure one and kind of weird, but yes, this was actually made when Crystal Skull was out. So yeah, that was the Indiana Jones The Complete Handbook, Adventurer's Guide. And then you've got all the novelizations of the films. Now, these again came out when Crystal Skull was released, the sort of like merchandise tie-in. They did them all for the original trilogy and these new films, at the time, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So what I love about these, I love the classic poster artwork. And then what's really cool about these as well is on the back, it's got that kind of like comic book, kind of pop art, kind of 1930s action serial back, you know, cover. So it's got like all the advertising, so like ancient secrets, ruthless enemies, and daring escapes, and it's got images from the film. I just really love the aspect to that of these books. They are really cool. These are like young adult or like children's novelizations, but they're still really good reads. I've not read them for many years now, of course, but I'm, you know, gonna give these another shot probably sometime in the near future. So that was Raiders of the Lost Ark. Next one is Temple of Doom, of course. I love the poster artwork on this. It's just awesome. And then again, on the back, you've got a hidden palace, priceless treasure, a terrible curse, and high-flying adventure. It's just really awesomely done. I think it's really cool. That is the Temple of Doom. And then my favourite Indiana Jones poster art is, of course, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Absolutely love this poster. Just depicts like this like epic battle in a desert. You know, you've got a tank, you've got Indiana Jones on horseback with a gun straight at the camera or the viewer. You've got trucks chasing him. You've got a plane in the background, you know, shooting down at India. It just depicts this epic scale adventure, this epic battle, which is what the Last Crusade is, of course. And then you've got all the characters, all the main characters on the four corners of the poster, which is awesome. This one is mysterious clues, an underground crypt, a deadly chase, and the quest for the Holy Grail. Again, you've got awesome stills from the movies there, which is so cool. I really enjoyed these books as a collector piece, and again, they stand out on an Indiana Jones collection shelf. And then, of course, this was obviously released when the film came out, along with the others, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I remember not enjoying this book. You know, it was just quite hard to follow from what I remember. I just did not enjoy it as much as the others. New allies, cunning foes, and the race to the lost city. Different about this one is it's got like still images from the movie, which at the time, of course, you know, is I think, you know, good to see, because like I just seen the film at this point and I wanted to try and get all the merchandise that I could at the time. So it was good to see these images from the film, even though at the time I didn't really enjoy the film. Of course, I had to buy the book and read it. And then I also have here in the collection the Last Crusade novelization by Rob McGregor. He went on to write the first 6 of the Indiana Jones Bantam novels. This is the first one, Indiana Jones and the Peril at Delphi. I've got a few videos about all these books on my channel, guys, so definitely check those out if you haven't done so already. I've never actually read this one. I plan to read it at some point. I think this is like the adult novel. Again, this has got pictures from the movie, which is an awesome touch. I love that picture of father and son there, Harrison Ford and Sean Connery. It is awesome. This book was, printed at the same time as the movie in 1989. So, nice film tie-in. So yeah, that's the Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade illustrated novelization by Rob McGregor. And then if you want more adventures of Indiana, you've not had enough reading all the books, all the expanded universe books, the comic books, the video games, you can then of course watch the Adventures of Young Indiana Jones. These are all the box sets of the entire series, Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3, which I am yet to even open. This is still sealed in box. Now, don't expect like the TV series to be exactly like the films. The series was done as kind of like educational for children. It was George Lucas wanted it to play in schools and like history class, because it's like follows young Indiana Jones going around the world, taking part in major historical events, meeting people of great importance in history, and things like that. Like he meets Picasso, he meets Franklin Roosevelt. He fights in World War One and like major events in World War One. The thing about this is this series, it was released as the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, and then on TV, which is formatted slightly differently, and then George Lucas went back many years later, re-edited the series into 90-minute feature-length films where he basically spliced episodes together. So all of these episodes on here are full, like 90-minute mini movies, if you will. And a lot of them just don't make sense with the continuity. Like, for example, one of the films, it can be a really young Indiana Jones as a kid. He gets on a train, then he gets off the train and he's like a teenager, played by the same actor, and you're like, what happened? If you're not really aware of them splicing episodes together into the movies, you will get quite confused, because it can be quite jarring to be, he's a very young child, and then the next minute he's like looks a couple of years older, even if it was on a train ride. That is just due to episodes being spliced together into 90-minute movies. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. This was just a quick look at everything that's kind of left over in the Indiana Jones collection. The movie novelizations, the TV series, and then some other things like the expanded universe novels, and then, of course, the Indiana Jones Adventures handbook, which is pretty cool. So don't forget, guys, if you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing to my channel if you've not done so already. And take care, guys, and I will see you soon in another video.